All right, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be maybe a little short. I just don't really have time to do a long video this week. I think it's going to be short anyway. I'm going to try to make it short. This will be the last video until I finish the Springer on the shovel. And the only reason I'm doing this video is because I got some parts in that I want to test fit before the time expires that I can return them. I made that mistake on the Heritage when I bought parts a year before I actually put them on the bike, and I found out that one part, if you watch the videos, the lower rocker box cover was machined wrong. It was machined shorter than it should have been, and as a result kept that exhaust valve, kept both valves actually open, and that's why I was getting zero compression. And it took me a while to figure out that that's what the problem was, and finally when I put the original lower rocker box cover on, that solved the problem. So I won't make that mistake again of ordering parts months and months in advance. I'm just going to start ordering parts as I need them. If it takes me a little bit longer to get parts in to do the work, that's just what it is. So today we've got the hand controls for the shovel came in, and these are from a company called midusa.com. So you can see the box. Let me show you the box. So here's the box here. It came in. So I covered this up because that's all the shipping stuff. You guys don't need to know that. But it is a pretty decent box. Now, the company that I bought this from was Deluxe HD Restorations, and I'll put a link to their website in the description. I actually bought these on eBay. They're on eBay too. But again, I'll put a link to their website on there. So if we open the box up, stuff is pretty well packed in there. And I got the black control because that's what I wanted. I wanted to try to make this bike look as much as I can back to stock. And I need to test fit, even though it says, let me read the descriptions. It says black with OE style levers and wires and switches, fits FL 72 to 81, FX and Sportster 73 to 81, and custom applications. So we've got some controls here. I just want to open these up. I haven't opened any of this stuff up yet, but I wanted to open this up and do a little quality look at it. And then we're going to test fit one side of this. I don't need to do both sides right now anyway, but we'll test fit one side. I've already got the controls off the shovel to put these on, but all right, so let's take a look. This is obviously the clutch side, but it looks pretty nice. Machining came out nice chrome. Although OE, these would be brushed aluminum, not chrome. But I couldn't find really, anything like that. But again, that's, you have to take what you can get. I searched for a long time to try to find the actual pieces, but I couldn't find them. I don't know what's going on with this stuff, but sometimes this stuff just doesn't exist. Now, I did get notification yesterday that in May, the first week in May, there's actually going to be a motorcycle swap meet close by to me. So we'll be heading down to that, and I'll be doing a video on that. So this is obviously the front brake side over here, which is pretty nice. I mean, this stuff is machined really nice. I don't know if you can see that up close, but so I was trying to figure out what actually this went to, and this actually screws into this port here, and the brake line, the front brake screws into here. So we'll have to, test fit this stuff in a minute. So let's take a look at the wiring, because you do get the full wiring kit. Like here is the other half of the controls. We'll look at this first. So this is pretty nice. I'm pretty impressed with this so far. So this should fit like that. Now the difference was with the other switch that I got that there was a big gap in here. So if you actually washed a bike and got water in it, you could short it out. But we'll look at that. We're going to take a look at another piece on the other side. So I am pretty happy with this so far. I'm hoping that they fit. They said they're supposed to, and I really don't want to have to change bars to make these fit. But so where's the other piece? So here's the other piece here. There's only one switch, one toggle switch on each side. One has I think one has the No, I don't remember what it has. Anyway, but here's the other piece of that. Again, I think the quality in this is pretty good so far. Let's check out the wiring and see what the wiring does. So here's some connectors, but I don't know that we're going to use a whole lot of these connectors. There's the buttons. You can see the buttons right here. I'm not going to open this because these are just too easy to lose. So here's, let me see, we got 1, 2, 3. So there's 4 buttons that go on these pieces here, and I'll take this out. So here's the wiring and the switches. And this must be the, this is, and I couldn't figure out when I'm looking at the wiring diagram. So here is the wire looms for the left and right. And if you watched the video, you know I replaced the switch, the high-low beam switch. And here's one thing that I couldn't figure out is why there's one missing on this. But we're going to go take a look at the wiring diagram right quick anyway before we go over to the bike and test fit. Again, I'm not going to hook any of this up today. This is mainly just to open these up to get a kind of an inspection of them to see how they look, if there's any flaws in it. And we're going to test fit one side. So I'm going to test fit the clutch side because that's the easiest side really to take off right now. So let's move over to the wiring diagram and I'll show you, how easy it is going to be to hook this up. Okay, so you can see in the garage right now, I'm kind of going through some changes into the garage. I mounted this TV because this is a 50-inch Samsung, and this is going to be strictly used mainly to mirror my iPad with parts list and service manuals on it. So if you look at the ignition switch up here, I'll have to zoom in on this because my camera's not that, it's shooting it far away, so I'll zoom in on it. You can see this post here is there's nothing on it. So you take from 25 and it actually hooks into the middle post on the start run switch, which is, if you look at this, that's exactly the way it is. There's nothing on that post, and this goes to the start run switch. So I actually thought there might have been something wrong with this wiring diagram, but it looks like it's pretty spot on. So it's going to be easy to actually do the wiring on this because I think there's actually only one wire, which is from the start run switch, that goes past the terminal block. So if you look at the switches here, these are the switches here, these are the stoplight, the horn, left turn signal, and there's right turn signal, start run. They all go to this terminal block right here, which is behind the headlight and in the cell of the headlight. And the only one that doesn't go to that is going to go to this block here, which is part of the start run switch. So it should be fairly easy to wire this in. I haven't gotten the rest of the wiring in for like the coil. So 16 is what is 16? 16 is the ignition coil. So I haven't got the wiring yet for the ignition coil. It looks like the rear wiring on this bike is fine. So I don't know if I'll have to touch the rear lights, brake lights, turn signals on this. I mean, the wiring on this bike is really simple. It's almost like the 65 I had. It's pretty much the same wiring. So that's 66 to 84. So the wiring really isn't a whole lot different in the 65 than it is the 76. Kind of the same setup. So, all right, so let's go over the bike and we'll test fit that one side of the controls. Okay, so I got the pieces off. You can see these wires already came off from the switch that were on there before. But here's the difference between the old and the new. So this is the original equipment one, which is kind of a glossy black. I do kind of like that, but this is kind of a flat matte black. So this actually goes like that. So it looks pretty nice there. And then we have the chrome control one, not the chrome control one, but the clutch side over here. And I do like the matte black against the chrome. I do like that. But I wish this was actually, this was actually, you know, a gloss black to match this with the chrome. But again, you know, it's going to look fine, I think, when it's done. So let's just take a quick look. So if we put these together like that, I'm not going to put any screws in or anything, but you can see it looks pretty good. It looks nice. So I know that these should fit all right. It's going to be a little bit tighter, of course, when this wire loom is in there. It's not going to be, even though that's tight up against it, it's not going to go anywhere because you got the wire loom that's got to be coming in from the bottom over here. That's going to tighten it up anyway. So that looks pretty good. Let me just take a quick, I don't know if I can do it with this while this is on here, but we just put that on here and we'll see if, so this still moves around pretty well even with the wire out. So I know that's going to be a good fit once that wire loom, you know, once this wire goes underneath here the way it should, it'll tighten it up. So okay, so that is going to do it for this video. I just really wanted to test fit these, and I'll test fit the other side, you know, off camera. I don't need to do both of them on camera. You saw what it looks like. Mainly it was an unboxing to show you the quality of what came in. So I'm pretty happy with the quality of this work. I probably won't get to actually mounting this for a while because I do want to finish the Heritage, and that'll be the next video where we're going to do the exhaust, the carburetor, intake, and get that fired up at least for the next video. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.